light, and peace, family. Welcome to a brand new episode of the High Zone. Today on the menu, we got some disturbing, diabolical TikToks that I want you to see. With that being said, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You can rock out with me and the family. Family, I definitely appreciate every last one of you. With that being said, don't forget to hit that share button and that hype button so more people that's like-minded like you, brilliant-minded like you, get to see these videos. With no further ado, family, let's get straight into these bangers.
Zone. Yeah.
Diabolical, bro. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's wild crazy, DoorDash. That's why I said I ain't messing with DoorDash anymore. Let's keep it moving.
When I'm inaudible. Diabolical. I don't need approval, I'm unstoppable. I don't compete, I decline to pay. Face, new level, high space.
Now it's back up. You're going to get.
First make room when I go. I've been solid, I've been true. I don't rush what's already do.
What in a Jackie Chain?
If I move to my mental, they want noise, I want results. Pressure testing, never
What in
fall.
a Jackie Chain?
I dissolve, higher zone, yeah, that's low.
That's wild. Is he alive? Six Flags free ride.
Alpha Draconis, and your government is actually letting AI exist so that it would be undistinguishable from existence and what's actually real. So you might be watching this and think to yourself, that's gotta be AI. There's no way. But what if it's not? Like, really? What if it's really not?
In the next film I'm going to try and tackle this question, that there are big realms, spiritual realms. There's good, there's evil, and they are slugging it out for the souls of mankind. And my question is, why are we even important? Little old flawed humanity, why are we important in that process where the big realms are slugging it out over us? And I think institutions that purport to touch on the divine are necessarily going to be affected by that slugfest that's going on between good and evil.
Right.
And
sometimes good gives up ground.
Yeah. And maybe not on purpose. You know, maybe there's some deception involved or self-deception.
Right. Co-opted.
Like every morning when I wake up, I actually pray that I don't deceive myself. Because
strong.
It's like, your mind is a very funny place. It's your second thought and your first action that you're responsible for. Your first thought, throw it away,
Right. But upon consideration, second thought is what you're responsible for.
Yeah.
That's the difference between first degree and second degree murder.
There you go.
Right? Right?
There you
First
go.
degree, like, I'm plotting this out.
Sure. I planned a lot of murders in my life,
Yeah.
We all have. Yeah, in your head, you plan the murder and you think, well, that's not a very good idea. But I think I could get away with it.
Right.
What is going on with the ice rise? This shit is out of control.
Listen, once I seen Gen Zs searching for ideologies to attach to, and I seen them revamp the Black Panthers with all light-skinned dudes, I instantly knew it was finna get all bad. You feel me? Because the actual true Black Panthers are not out trying to stop ICE.
Right.
You feel me? And then I'm seeing soccer moms getting executed in the street. This is why people have to do their proper education before they start attaching themselves to different causes.
Right.
Because federal agents don't have the same rules of operating like the police. You see what I'm saying? So like they get busy.
Yeah, they're not playing no games. And I blame the mayor and the police chief out there because they're the ones inciting all of this.
Yeah, they're weaponizing the public.
And that's all because of the fraud. That's all because they're exposing that fraud out there. So they're citing shit.
They're using human shields then.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the fraud anymore. That's major. And then going back to the Black Panthers, I looked
Tan
in
Panthers.
the Tan Panthers.
Let's go.
Did you look into the leader?
Yeah, bro. The actual real Black Panthers been in my inbox saying, you gotta say something about this. The Black Panthers was started in California, right?
Right.
In Oakland, right?
This new Black Panthers, they don't even mention Huey P. Newton at all.
At all, which is weird because if you look at the guy who's leading the charge, this dude named Paul Birdsong, 4 years ago, this dude was in the Blood Gang.
I saw that.
During when we had BLM like 5-6 years ago, there's pictures of him resurfacing, of him being out there with the Bloods. All of a sudden, now he's a Black Panther.
Sound like they hemmed him up and converted him, made him an informant.
Sound like some CIA shit.
For sure.
Well, here's the thing, his record.
Okay.
Allegedly, they're saying that he's an SA offender.
Oh, wow.
He a what?
A sexual offender.
I'm on his ass.
So that's now reports are saying, he looking it up already.
Yeah, nah, it's not funny no more.
They're saying allegedly that people are coming up with these records now looking into his past, and now he's an offender. First of all, you're part of the Blood Gang, and then now they're looking to your past and you're a sex offender?
You know, we don't spare no sex offenders. So now I'm about to get into him. You know, that's something that I don't play about. And you got a lot of people out here charading around trying to find where they can fit in for content creation and not an actual call. That's what I think that is. Y'all not pointing guns at ICE. So when I see them showing up with firearms exposed,
Performative.
that's definitely performative because we just seen what happened with Grandmaster Jay from the NFAC. Soon as he came outside public with his armed militia pointing the guns, he gets caught a Fed case. He gone. So if he don't catch a Fed case, then we know who put him in position.
Family, be aware of fake leaders nowadays. Everybody trying to get in where they fit in. A lot of false light. Your Bible also mentioned false light will try to lead.
Social media is blaming the parents after their car got blazed up yesterday in Chicago in a viral video where only the boyfriend and the baby survived. The girlfriend/mom sadly passed away from injuries. You see, the boyfriend decided to troll and drop the location of where him and his baby mama was, feeling like they was untouchable, knowing that people been after them. They showed they wasn't bluffing and let 50 off on the car. Luckily, the baby wasn't hit at all, only the dad and mom. Also, some Chicago newspapers are saying that the mom was dissing the ops' dead people just months prior. So you know there's people after you guys, and you drop your location with your child in the car to call their bluff. Now social media is saying that what these dudes did was completely wrong. This baby is now without a mom. But because you trying to prove that you hard and you gangster, you cost the life of your girlfriend. But I'm just here reporting the news and just speaking on what everybody's saying. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Rest in peace to the mom. Glad the dad's okay so that someone can raise this innocent child. Oh, there's a baby in the car. They shot it up. Who's there?
Family, this event was crazy. There's a lot of mixed feelings. A lot of talk about this situation. My thing about it is we killing each other on these streets. It's diabolical. It has to be a better way. We have to do better as a community.
Listen to when it's your own blood that turns on you, that's a different kind of hurt, child. That one cuts deep.
Yep.
And I ain't gonna sit here and tell you it don't matter. It do. Family ain't supposed to do you like that. But child, God sees every tear. He knows every knife they put in your back.
Yep.
And he ain't forgotten. So you keep standing, child. Let God handle them. Your blessing ain't tied to nobody who betrayed you.
Cada día son tantos avistamientos extraños. Mira este video.
Hola amigos, gente que nos ve a través de las redes sociales, mire lo que estamos viendo acá, estamos en el Salao Tecamachalco, desconocemos qué es lo que viene volando, no es un paracaídas ni nada por lo, a ver, déjeme ver, ah caray, ¿qué es esto, Dios mío? Ni un remolino, porque si usted ve la tierra hacia abajo, no hay remolino, esto viene de la parte de arriba, ahí casi por donde se hace la plaza de los días miércoles. Están pasando muchas cosas extrañas. Se ve como una víbora. Es como una víbora que está descendiendo del cielo, miren. Y esto no es que sea inteligencia artificial. Esto es algo real. Aquí estamos en el Salao de Camachalco. Vean nomás, ahí ya se esconde. Baja atrás de ese árbol. Ahí vemos que está bajando. Bueno,
si quieres, puedes seguirnos para más videos extraños e inexplicables.
Miren nomás, cayó.
If anybody in the Zone family understood what they were saying, please drop it down in the comments so I could know what they saying. And the rest of the family.
Only thing these Epstein files did was show you how sick these people really are. But that's nothing new. When Ryan Garcia was about to fight Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia started saying a lot of things about the elite. Nobody believed him. Everybody thought he was crazy. He told people what they do to kids. He told people where they take kids. Then they have books that give us details how these people have been eating people for years. Real life cannibals. Allegedly, this man said newborn babies taste like cream cheese. You heard what I just said? They show us in the movies. They joke about it. I want you to go back to when Amy Winehouse died. Then I want you to remember what Neil Patrick Harris did. This man had someone make him a cake to resemble Amy Winehouse how she was dead. And they ate that cake. People don't joke like that. Oh, that's not enough? What about Ellen? Ellen DeGeneres, what about her? Ellen went from looking like Ellen to looking like Ellen. Who is that? You gotta remember how many people that she was in contact with. You gotta remember around the pandemic time, 2020 time. Remember everything that came out about Ellen? What about that? Now let's talk about Nicki Minaj. And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about her right now, but she has been trying to expose this thing for a minute. Nicki just said that they eat people, that they sacrifice their family members. The writing has been on the wall for years. Now jump down the Epstein files rabbit hole. The mention of Pizzagate. The mention of what he's been doing to these people. And not just him. And go down another rabbit hole. Go down the rabbit hole of secret societies. See what they've been doing. What I'll say is this, it's nothing new under the sun. And this is for entertainment purposes only. But these people have allegedly been doing this the entire time we've been here. Pay attention.
Good for you. You done.
That was diabolical, family. Monstrous diabolical. And for expensive taste. That's my favorite hood anchor right there. He from the town. He be keeping it all the way a buck. He dropped the news like it's meant to be dropped. He be on top of it. Let me know what y'all thought about babies tasting like cream cheese. Diabolical.
When I seen them having tampons for the Transformer men.
Wait, hold on. What you mean?
Listen, bro, I was in the airport in New York, I think.
Oh, of course.
In their bathroom.
Libby Town.
Yeah.
They had free tampons in the men's bathroom.
That's what I'm saying, man. We've
and
gone.
I'm thinking to myself, like, let me take one of these just so I can have this to show. I got it in my bag right now.
Ain't no way.
For real?
Yeah. I've been on point. I got to show y'all this.
This shit's crazy.
This is crazy.
Not only they have Tampon Tim, running that shit in Minnesota, but New York too?
I was in New York, and these was in the bathroom for free.
Ain't no
in
way.
the men's bathroom.
Ain't no way.
And I'm looking at myself like,
what do you even do with that?
We live in a sick society.
I'm like, wait a second, what's these for? And then the dude who cleaned the bathroom, he said, those are for people who identify as ladies.
Get the fuck out
I'm
of
looking
here.
like, so wait a second. They don't have no uterus.
Did you see the dude that was beaten off in the women's bathroom?
Now see that right there?
Yeah.
When I saw that video, I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
And then he tried to get wild.
That's the whole thing. He's still a man, damn. You single, you around a bunch of females, and you don't have a dick, the rage in your body might get out of control. You see what I'm saying?
Where have
you
we
walking
gone?
around with the silicone move on you all day.
Where have we gone as a society?
Think about that. Think about you got groups of people walking around with a dildo strapped on all day. That's a mental health crisis. And where are you as a society when you letting everybody trick your species off the planet?
This all started when the CIA started to fund the feminist movement. Then it morphed into breaking the family unit and confusing everybody. It's not like the old school gays, okay?
Nah,
you like boys, cool.
Gays,
If you're a guy, you like guys. If you're a girl, you like girls.
Nah, we good with y'all.
We good with y'all.
We good with y'all.
But this shit to where they're inverting everything, I wonder how many politicians are trans and we don't know it.
That's what kind of got Candace and all that trouble.
And then I posted all the pictures of all these dudes' wives who look like men. Like if you look at, have you seen the Princess of Bulgaria? Looks like Dracula.
That's crazy.
Now look.
Swear to God.
Now when you pull that person up, like damn, that's his boyfriend. You gotta think about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a straight monster.
Hold on, bro.
That make the Draco come out. You see her too long.
That's what I'm saying.
See her in the back alley.
Look at that.
Yeah, she put you in the headlock. It's a wrap.
That might be tough battle. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you gotta fight for your life, boy.
I'm gonna really have to go for that.
Fight for your life somewhere with her, boy.
Nah, for sure.
And if you look at Chuck Schumer's wife, Obama's wife, Barbara Bush, it looks crazy.
I always
Barbara
say,
Bush is wild.
when the male and female, they shoulders the same width, gotta watch out.
Something ain't right.
Barbara Bush is wild. We got Bush. We got Bush. Revenge of the Nerds.
We've got Bush.
It's crazy out here, family. Tampons in a man bathroom? Golly.
Oh, God.
But anyway, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts.
Somebody submitted a spooky story saying that they saw my story time about the devil living in LA. And they said, child, hold my purse. Because apparently they've encountered the devil in New York City. We're gonna call the person who submitted the story Deja. So Deja said that she never believed that the devil lived in New York. She always thought if the devil existed at all, he would be somewhere much more obvious. So like a mansion, a church basement or something. Just some abandoned place where you would expect evil to be. But according to Deja, the devil doesn't hide in New York City. He actually blends in. So Deja moved to New York in 2018 with nothing but a suitcase and a dream. Everyone told her that her dream was unrealistic, but she was determined to make it big. Acting, networking, success, all of it just seemed out of her reach. Deja would work brutal hours, slept on couches, and despite all the work that she put in, nothing. But she would watch the people around her just blow up overnight. And at this point, Deja starts to wonder, what is it that these people have that she doesn't? Well, she would later find out to actually be careful what you wish for, because what these people had was something much darker and sinister. So around the times that Deja started to have these questions, that's when she met this guy. Now Deja says she won't say his name, but if you're in certain circles, fashion, media, finance, entertainment, you've probably seen his face. He's always well dressed, always calm. So Deja says that he didn't approach her like a villain. He approached her like a solution. So they met at a private rooftop event in Manhattan, and it was invitation only. There were no phones allowed. Everybody that was there was somebody or about to be. So he asked her simple questions at first: where she was from, what she wanted, and what she felt was owed to her after all that suffering. And then he said something that made her stomach drop. He says, New York rewards the brave, but it devours the patient. Well, a few weeks later, the guy invited Deja to something called a circle. Now, it wasn't like a cult or a club or anything. It was a society. People who understood how the city really works. The meeting was underground. Literally. She said, a private room beneath a members-only bar in Soho. No windows, dim lighting, everyone wore black, and no one used their real name. They were talking about exchange. They weren't talking about money or favors either. They were referring to energy, intention, and allegiance. They said nothing is free in this city. Every rise requires a fall. And if you don't choose the sacrifice, city will choose one for you. And that's when Deja realized what they were really offering. And Deja says, y'all think this would look like a regular ritual with like signing stuff and things like that? She said it was none of that. You just have to agree, basically. You have to agree to stop questioning where the opportunities come from. Agree to stop feeling guilt when doors open for you but slam shut for others. Agree to stop believing in coincidence. And once you say yes, things start happening fast. Very fast. She says within her time in the circle, she said you will never believe who comes in and out of the circle. Think high profile celebrities, think politicians. This story is literally so long and you just won't believe the details that this girl says in the story. I know y'all hate part 2s, but I promise I'll be back with part 2, okay? I'm really tired and I got y'all tonight. Just leave a comment for part 2. We'll drop part 2 of this video as soon as it hits 10,000 views. You better share and leave a comment if you want part 2 soon. Have no fear, Illa is here with part 2. So Deja's saying like when things starts to happen, things happen really fast. People Deja knew joined and suddenly had everything. Money, fame, protection. But something about them changed. Their eyes looked hollow. Some of them reported not sleeping as much. And when they do sleep, the dreams are terrible. Horrifying to say the least. Some of them, families started getting sick out of nowhere. Accidents, suicides. It was just that bad luck that seemed to follow anyone close to them. And Deja said that's the thing, is that the devil doesn't take them. Once you agree to work with the devil, you're basically the slave. So you become the person of value. So the devil didn't take her friends, he took people around them. And you want to know the scariest part? And the part that people misunderstand the most is that he never forced anyone. What the devil does is amplifies your desires right back to your face. And you, depending on how superficial you are and how bad you want those things, a lot of people are not only willing to sell themselves, but the people around them, just for a taste of that life. Anyway, Deja goes on to say that he never forced anyone. He just stood in the background of New York, in boardrooms, backstage halls, penthouses. He would frequent the subway, waiting for desperation to work for him. So Deja says that she didn't join. And Deja says that she could have joined, but the reason why she didn't was because she saw the cost before it was due. The devil simply shows you your desires and what you could have, but doesn't tell you the price. Judging by what was going on with those around her, Deja figured that it was a pretty hefty price to pay. So Deja says a week before she was supposed to give her answer, one of the women from the circle asked to meet her alone. The lady wanted to meet her in public because she was afraid of being overheard. So they ended up meeting at Union Square midday. When the lady approached Deja, she just seemed very anxious. Her hands wouldn't stop shaking. And this lady told Deja that she had not slept in 3 days. At first, everything had worked out exactly how they promised. She had gotten a deal that she wasn't qualified for. Her name started circulating in rooms that she'd never even been allowed in before. People who once ignored her suddenly recognized her. Then the balance started correcting itself. Her younger brother in a hit and run in Queens. The driver never found. Her mother developed a sudden illness that doctors just couldn't explain. And every time that woman tried to pull away from the circle, something else went wrong. There was always some weird coincidence that almost came across like a warning. Lady leans in close to Deja and whispers to her, "They don't take your soul all at once. They take pieces of the people you love so you don't notice what you're becoming." And that was the night that Deja started paying attention. She started to notice how no one else in the circle had long-term friends. They always avoided talking about family, never even celebrated birthdays or holidays. Somebody else opened up to her in the circle, telling her that his success came with a 3-year window. After that, something always collapsed. A marriage, a child, a mind. But the last reason why Deja said she did not join was because of what happened on the subway. So Deja was riding the L train late, exhausted, replaying every conversation in her head. She kept thinking about how easy her life would just be if she just said yes. And then that's when she saw him again. She just looked up and there he was, sitting across from her, reading nothing, just turning empty pages. Finally looks up and smiles at her. He then tells her that she's too smart for hesitating. Most people don't realize that they've agreed until they start losing things. And in that moment, her phone lights up and her screensaver is a picture of her and her mother. And he looks down at her phone and says to her, "You still have too much to protect." And that's when Deja understood. Joining wasn't about gaining power. It was about deciding what you were willing to lose. She didn't walk away because she was just so pure and righteous. She walked away because she knew that the devil would collect its debt from someone who never even consented. Oh, and by the way, the devil, he's a very handsome, charming, and charismatic guy who does own a couple of clubs in New York City. She claims to have stories about those too. And that's pretty much all she said. Anyway, if you have a spooky story that you want me to tell, feel free to submit it to me right here, either on Instagram DMs or TikTok. For longer, better, and spookier stories, you know exactly where to go. It's Rebecca's Journey. Duh. That's at the end of every single video. I love you, my abducted humans, from your absolute favorite Haitian homegirl.
Family, that was a nice little story right there.
New York is full of demons.
A lot of demons is prancing around New York, especially in the entertainment business. People are fiending to be famous. Oh God. And that famous you looking for has a price. What you think the Hollywood tree's about? They casting spells. They want something for you to become something.
This is New York. from the L train to the world. It's not just fashion, it's frequency. We built this from frequency, not fabric. This is Higher Zone.
It's about to be over. What? Them boys did a roundhouse kick. Nah.
This is the power of God right here, bro. And a house fire.
Wow.
Not one page was burnt. That's the power of God right there, baby. Amen. Look at the house.
Wow.
Share this video, man.
Let me see that Xbox.
Share this video. Like this video. Leave some comments, man. Type amen, bro. This is amazing right here. This is something that people need to see, bro. The power of God is real. Look at this place.
It was on top of the Xbox.
That Xbox is torn apart, bro.
Look.
But that Bible is beautiful. That's amazing. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only, man. Leave it in the comments, hit the like button. Make sure you follow me here for more, man. God is good. Salute.
Family, Yahusha Mashiach is real good. Let me know what y'all thought about that. The Bible is still alive. The Xbox, Bill Gates.
Did you hear about the 3 sisters from India who were so obsessed with social media that they jumped to their deaths from their 9th floor apartment because their father took away their phones? Parents of 12-year-old Paki, 14-year-old Prachi, and 16-year-old Vashika were confused when they heard screams coming from their daughter's bedroom. They tried to open the door, but it was jammed, and all of a sudden they heard a loud noise from outside. People were screaming. By the time they made it outside, what they saw seemed like something out of a horror movie. All 3 of their daughters' bodies were sprawled out on the street of Ghaziabad, lifeless and bloody. When their parents finally broke into their bedroom, they saw a note left behind explaining that the girls were taking their lives because their father had taken away their phones. The 3 Indian girls were obsessed with social media and Korean culture and had been playing a Korean-themed social media video game every day without fail. To these girls, social media was life. But their parents say the social media games had a negative impact on their behavior and their grades. And they had been arguing with the girls about how much they were using the social media platform for a very long time. To correct the issue, their father cut the Wi-Fi and took away their phones and banned them from using all social media. But this form of punishment was just too much for these girls. After their phones were taken away, they made a pact to end their lives on the spot. They left behind an 8-page letter explaining how they felt and apologizing to their mother. And one by one, they jumped out of their 9th-story bedroom window, and there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. These girls would rather die than live a day without their phones. And it wasn't just some casual thoughts. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tiarka with the T.
Family, what's wrong with these kids? They cut the Wi-Fi off and took the phone. It's like they cut off their lifeline. That is crazy and diabolical. Jumping out the 9th floor.
Wait a minute, something ain't right.
Just because they took away your phone? Come on, man, make it make sense. But anyway, family, comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about that. Diabolical.
Fell out on the floor, flipped upside down, boom, boom, boom. And so my wife recorded it, jumped on top of her command. I said, command the demons to come out, boom, boom, boom. They came out. She sat up in the chair, sitting there. We were all in the bedroom. Cause she in her house, 26-year-old girl. And then I'm telling you what I saw. We were just sitting there. All of a sudden, I saw something. I can't explain it. It's like the air took on a form and it came right through the ceiling. Went into that girl. She flipped upside down and tried to bang herself against the bed to try to kill herself. And this is where it got crazy. Jumped on top of the girl. And, you can have different approaches. My approach is always to the demon, what is your name? I said, what is your name? He said, my name is Jason. I said, that's a stupid name for a demon. He said, you the one stupid, I'm human. He said, the demons couldn't get the job done. They too weak for y'all, so I came to kill her myself. So Satan was getting witches, humans, to lay their bodies down. It's called astral projection. Lay their bodies down, you travel. It's a strange scripture in the Ecclesiastes, the Song of Solomon. It talks about the silver cord of life. Yeah, in astral projection, they teach you when you come out of your body, there's a silver cord. If you go too far and it snaps, you go straight to hell. You can't get back to your body. See, the church don't know nothing about this. This is what we deal with every day. Okay? So you want to hear something crazy? Ooh, this is going to get me in trouble. When a human spirit has taken over a spirit, the name of Jesus doesn't work. Because you and I got free will, demons don't. They got to come out in the name of Jesus. Second time it happened, the girl is in our bedroom, guys, a huge bedroom. My wife is sitting right there. I'm sitting right here. The girl is sitting on the floor. We're just ministering to her. All of a sudden, she does this. She opens her eyes, and it's a man in her body. Real man. Astral projected all the way from Virginia. My wife is hilarious. She keeps it professional.
Okay.
I'm the one that's ghetto engaged. Astral projected from another state. I'm looking at this man in this girl's body, and I'm looking at my wife. Who are you? He identified himself. He said, your wife know who I am. I said, you know this fool? She said, yeah, this is the guy from such and such, such and such. He was a lawyer over a case with this girl. Hijacked her body to help me win the case because of somebody else that he didn't like on the case. And so what stunned me is not that he hijacked her body, because you can't get in my house in the spirit. Impossible to get in my house in the spirit. Impossible. It's a fortress. Unless someone is in there and Satan can breach it. Some of your listeners are like, what is he talking about? Just hang on. You'll be back. We'll be back with the simple stuff in a second. And so what stunned me was not that he hijacked her body. What stunned me was the buzzing of the two angels that had showed up behind me with shields, similar to like you see in Doctor Strange. You could hear it. They were there instantly. And so then I started coming to my senses because I was in shock. I said, first of all, if you have a message for me, that's what email is for. I said, second of all, I said, if you ever do this again, I will kill you.
Game over.
I said, I'm telling you. And I said, I know you see what's behind me and I can do it easily. I'm going to assume that you are too ignorant to understand who I am when it comes to being a son of God. Because what you did to this girl, you know it's impossible for you to do that. But he just glared at me, man. And for 25 minutes, I threatened his life and preached the gospel. This sounds so weird because it's a human spirit, not demon. Preach the gospel, threaten his life. Preach the gospel, threaten his life for about 20-25 minutes. I remember one of the things that I said, so I encourage you to read the Bible for yourself because you don't have real power. I said, if you had a real power, you could do something to me. So you need to read the Bible for himself. He said, I read it. I didn't get anything out of that. I said, oh, that's right. I forgot dead men can't see. Last thing I told him is, I said, so this will be the last time you do this. I said, you understand what I'm saying? He said, I understand. He said, it will not happen again. I said, I hope so for your life's sake. And then this is what happened. She come back. What happened? Church ain't ready for that. That's real slavery.
Family, that was wild. Okay. Not every astral projection is a good projection. You could be a slave to the devil, leaving your body. That's why sometimes people say they see something in the corner as they astral project. Something is taking you out your body, controlling you, sending your ass on a mission. And if you astral project, that silver lining gets snapped, it's a wrap.
Game over.
Man, listen, I'm good. I'm good just dreaming, okay? Getting that download from the Most High. Let me know what y'all thought about that. Ooh-wee.
Y'all wanted a part 2, so I'm gonna give you a part 2. If you were born between 1977 to 1983, listen up. You are part of the harmonic bridge generation. They don't teach you about this in school. These souls were born into years with frequencies that carried the energetic foundation for humanity's next evolutionary leap in consciousness. The souls born between 1977 and 1983 are the frequency keepers. They completed the mirror cycle and anchored the vibration that allowed new consciousness to manifest in the physical world. If you were born within this time frame and you always felt like out of place, like you didn't fit in, it's because you were never meant to fit in. You were born under the 144 New Earth frequencies. Let me explain. If you're new to my page, welcome. My name is Valu, and I help you unlock the secret language behind numbers using quantum numerology. They told you that numbers were for math, but what they didn't want you to know is that numbers actually is the language of creation. And when you are able to decode numbers, you will unlock another layer to this reality. I've helped hundreds of people unlock their personal soul codes using quantum numerology. If you are ready to understand your soul's true essence outside of the matrix, outside of the system, outside of the conditioning, and remember what you signed up for, head over to my profile and you can order your own personalized quantum soul codex blueprints. In quantum numerology, we multiply the numbers. Whereas in traditional numerology, we've always been told we have to add the numbers and reduce it down to a single digit. What people don't realize is that when you add numbers, you only keep yourself trapped in a finite system. Yes, it unlocks one layer to this reality, but when you multiply, it's infinite. And when you use quantum numerology to dissect the years between 1977 and 1983, there's a very interesting mathematical pattern. And a quick recap, in order to get the frequency of each year, you have to multiply all of the individual digits by each other. So for example, 1977 is 1 times 9 times 7 times 7, which is 441. So if you put all the years on a timeline, okay, like you see here, the first 3 years of the harmonic bridge generation, they had a collective frequency of 1512. 1980 was 0, reset. And then the second half of the harmonic bridge generation, 1981 to 1983, had a total collective frequency of 432. So in other words, these souls got the ball rolling. 1980, they recalibrated, reset, and then these souls actually anchored it in to the earth. And 432 actually represents the earth's frequency. Look it up. The numbers are telling us something, and I can go way deeper. Y'all want a part 3?
Family, that was part 2 from yesterday's part 1. Let me know what y'all thought about that.
You have a birthmark or a mole on or around your eye or mouth? Because if so, you're walking around with some strong spiritual power. Have you tapped into it yet? If you have a birthmark or a mole near your eye or on your eye, that means you a seer. You might have heard the term clairvoyant. You just have that inner knowing. You pick up on things before it happens. You know, people call that intuition. Yeah, yours is real sharp. To be honest, for you, it's straight up foresight. You dream things, you sense things, and when you say, I just have a feeling, you might be right. Now, if you have a birthmark or a mole on or near your mouth, like myself, you know you a master manifester. All you gotta do is speak and things gonna happen. The universe gonna bend to your present. You know your words hold power, so you gotta be real mindful of what you're saying. Because like I said, when you speak, things happen, whether good or bad. If you ever spoke and things just happened and you was wondering why, you got that mole or birthmark on or around your mouth, now you know why. If you have both, you're unstoppable. Hands down. Not only do you see things coming, you can also speak them into reality. You were meant to be a leader, a teacher, or a creator of some sort. You are definitely someone who shapes the world around them. But are you using your gifts or are you still sleeping on them? Make sure you get in them comments and let me know. Y'all know I already broke down a lot of the moles and birthmarks. I'm gonna link the videos below. I'm also linking the tickets to my Soul Jam session here in Atlanta, Georgia, April 25th and 26th. If you enjoy music as much as I do, make sure you beat me there, not meet me there. Cannot wait to see y'all, and y'all best have them dancing shoes, cause y'all know we gonna have a time. As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Señores, yo agarré esta naranja ahora, que la tengo aquí with my other oranges, y la pelo, y me estoy dando cuenta que está como, I don't know if you guys can see, but look, it's like styrofoam inside.
What the
Like no juice, look. So yo agarro, dije, déjame grabar esta vaina. Y lo más que la pelo, it feels like air inside. It doesn't even feel, it feels like those fake fruits.
No jugo.
That your auntie or your grandma used to have on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, pero mira esta vaina.
Ah.
It's dry. Look. No juice. You hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
That's that Bill Gates.
It sounds like styrofoam. Look, guys.
Yeah, they feeding us plastic, bro.
What the fuck is this? Mira, mira.
Yo.
Ni una gota de jugo, mira.
No jugo.
Mira.
Basura. Pinga.
Esta maldita loquera. Look at this. Do you guys hear that? Listen.
Brother, ooh.
Literally, it's like styrofoam. Look.
Yeah.
Not an ounce of juice comes out. It looks like fake food. Yeah, I've never in my life seen nothing like this. Look.
They put in adjectives in
Oye.
In the nutrients.
No le sale ni un chin de jugo, manita. Look.
No jugo.
Way.
Look what it looks like.
Bing.
Hold on. I'm gotta turn it over. Mira esta vaina. Fake
Nah,
food.
that's
Look at
diabolical.
this. It's been sitting with my oranges.
That is diabolical, family. That orange ain't got no juice in it. And it's like styrofoam the way it's crunching. And they want you to buy that and put that in your body? If you ask me, it's an L for everybody, okay? If we don't stop this as the masses, they're going to keep feeding us this thing. We're going to keep buying it. Diabolical.
There's no way.
What?
Not an ounce of water, nothing. It's completely dry.
No.
That's crazy.
This man right here is an incarnated angel, or what people refer to as a prophet or a messenger.
I know it's a lot of young people watch or whatever, right? Born in the 80s and early 90s or whatever. Some people call them Indigo church or whatever. And stuff like that. Right? You got Rainbow Church, Indigo Church, and Crystal Church, and all different years, decades, whatever. A lot of the young ones, y'all resonate with me. Because what y'all thinking in your head or what y'all feel inside is what I'm talking about. The reason I speak to y'all like I do is because they know who you is. That's why they came up with all these stuff to try to shut you down, try to shut your powers down. See, a bunch of y'all came here and you're gonna have like a lot of y'all got some psychic abilities. Some call it deja vu, but some of your visions are like cloudy now because the foods you eat and the TV you watch. You don't think there's a reason why they come out with all these different TV channels? Now they know you have all this ability and you finna go to a whole nother level. Your DNA finna change up. They keep you distracted. They know how to get you because you came back here for a reason. You gotta really understand what I'm trying to say to you. I'm serious about this. This is why I be passionate with this, because y'all don't know y'all power and y'all giving y'all power up. I mean, y'all turning into some mutants. Y'all going backwards. Y'all already came here with way more power than majority of people have on the planet. And y'all got so much abilities in y'all. That's why you never resonated with school, because that's left brain thinking. Majority of y'all came back with the right brain thinking, and then they took you backwards. A lot of you came back. You way different. That's why you don't want to go to school, because the school is a bunch of bull crap. You don't resonate with the crap. The stuff is you know the crap. You just don't want to do it because it don't even interest you, because it's old and played out. All the religion they give you is old and played out. You're gonna hold your ground no matter what. You wanna argue with your parents now because that crap is old and played out. All that time out, all that bull crap they try to teach all that discipline shit, that's bullshit. That's why you can't deal with authority. Because you don't supposed to be to. You came here for a reason, to change it. That's why you should be voicing your opinion now. You know what you're feeling inside. That's why I keep telling you to write this stuff down now. And you start putting it out here. It's time for you to change this realm. See, the object of what they're doing right now, they time is up. Their way of doing stuff is up. But it's up to you. Is you gonna let them keep doing this crap and gonna go down with this bull crap? Because they're gonna come up with so much crap to make you start fighting in the streets and doing all kind of stupid stuff. That's what they're gonna call it, order out of chaos.
So Michael Jackson was protecting the kids all along. Now, for the past few days, I've been reading the files, the documents. You know what I'm talking about. And let me just say, some of the things I read, I wish I wouldn't have read it, especially because of the mental images about certain people and what are in those files, but I digress on that. But Michael was taking the kids allegedly to Neverland to protect them against the ones that were accusing him of what they were doing. Let that sink in. Not one moment during any of that Michael nonsense did I feel that he did anything wrong. That was based on intuition, that was based on something here, but he was trying to protect them. And it makes sense. Corey Feldman, Aaron Carter, Macaulay Culkin, multiple other kids were all saying he was innocent, but everyone just said, oh, they've been paid off, and nope, they're lying. They were all protecting him because he was protecting the kids from the people that were accusing him of doing just what they were doing.
Do y'all remember a couple years ago, after he died, they had a bunch of nobodies made a documentary on what Michael Jackson was doing to them. And I said it to myself, these people are lying. These people are paid actors, okay? Couple years ago. That documentary is not that old. A bunch of paid actors were paid to make Michael Jackson look like a monster.
Insane. Like, have you read the files, the documents? We'll call them documents. Have you heard this about Michael? Like, I literally saw an interview with his sister Latoya where she said that he told her, I'm afraid they're going to unalive me. And she didn't believe him. These documents are deep, 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 deep. Let me know what you think.
Miss Michael.
This isn't just fashion. This is frequency. This is higher zone.
The one boy. Now listen to this. I have to tell you this. Okay. So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked with Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them and they all ask these super sexually exploiting, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, you're crazy. And I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened, I think something. I'm like, really?
Think?
That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of. We rode 4-wheelers for 5 hours, me, him, and Chris Tucker in the mountains at nighttime after this.
You think? She thinks? How can you think of something like that? You think. Assumption. You think. I think you's a bozo. His mom's, yes. Let's keep it moving.
My wife passed away in September, and I wonder if she made it to wherever she wanted to go, wherever she thought she was going to go. Do you believe in death? Do you believe that we go to a different realm? Do you believe we go somewhere else?
Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So at the end of the day, we are just energy. These skin suits are what we walk around with in this lifetime, but that connection to the higher power, source, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, that's really what we are. We're just pure energy. So yes, I believe that we die, this physical body dies, but that our spirits, our energy lives on and just returns back to the oneness. Maybe we reincarnate on this planet. Maybe we reincarnate somewhere else on a different planet. Maybe we're aliens in the future. I don't know. I believe that when you die, you just return back to where we came from. But I know for a fact, I've had many experiences that have shown me that once people pass over, their energy is still there.
Facts. Did.
Oh my God.
Bro went to sleep.
Can't let nobody trick you out your spot. Motherfuckers be praying you slip up, because as soon as you do, they're going to be putting in an application. They just want to be you.
Facts.
By all means, do not forfeit your spot to these lame-ass bitches.
Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and they cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life.
That's something, Bruce. Beautifully put.
One day, we will challenge those who doubt us, and they will be among the witnesses.
They will be among the witnesses.
Yes, and they will clap for us, and we will forget that they once criticized us.
Okay.
Yeah, one day.
One day.
Success only comes with the potential to discover and believe in your ability.
True.
Yes.
That was some wise words from this young man. One day, those who doubt you, you will forget, and you will challenge them. That was some beautiful words from that young man. A lot of people could learn from that young man. That was high vibration to the most high of the vibrations. I see greatness in that young man. His eyes are clear. He's vibrating high. He's a thinker. What they don't want you to be, a thinker. He's a critical thinker. I love that young man. He is me and I am him. But anyway, family, I appreciated you if you made it all the way to the end. You are goated. You are definitely goated. You are one of them ones. You are legendary. You are loved at the higher zone. Before you get out of here, if you're not tapped in with the family, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You can rock out with me and the family. Definitely appreciate every last one of you. If this is your first time pulling up to the show, we love you at the higher zone. You are welcome at the higher zone anytime. And for those who are watching on TV, I definitely appreciate you. When you get some time, definitely subscribe. Join the family. With that being said, don't forget to hit that share button and that high button. Some more people that's like-minded like you, brilliant-minded like you, get to see the videos. So family, vibrate high, stay hydrated, stay motivated, protect your energy, remove negative people from around your circle, and love thy neighbor. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
Zone.